Hey!
Hey, everybody.
Well, hi everybody. Welcome to Thursday night with the Tavern Tapes crew. Uh, it's me, your boy. Uh, we're gonna play a little D&D tonight with the Alterra campaign. We're gonna flip it over to April next week, and then don't forget that we have our main campaign on Sundays with the Yendri crowd. We've got Alarise here, we got Sabrina, Cody, and Benji for our Alterra game. Real quick, we have a podcast that we would very much love for you guys to check out. It is Horizon Red. If you'd like to find out what the Osiris Core is going on about, find out and stay tuned. We got episodes loaded up on any and every podcast option. Spotify, Audible. Nah, not Audible, but you know what I mean. We're everywhere your podcasts are at.
Everywhere but a few.
Everywhere but you. Additionally, if you do like this hat that's going on, or Sabrina's dope shirt, or even feel like grabbing one of our nice cold bottles that keeps your drinks nice and cool, head on over to our store. We got our link here in the ticker tape down below. Follow us on our Patreon for exclusive Patreon items as well. We got some fun stuff there, gang. And also, we have a lot of fun little behind the scenes videos of our table reads, which we've got one tonight, so stay tuned for the next drop. Um, Also, I guess we want to Shay? We want to Shay. Hey, Zoe, thanks for subscribe. A little shout out to our friend from Benji down below.
Thanks,
Um,
Zoe.
Thanks,
also,
Zoe.
but if am I forgetting anything, gang? Anything top of my head is kind of going to explode from all the excitement that I've got. I don't think you did.
Twice.
That's what's
Twice.
crazy. It has been a minute though. So with that in mind, let's jump into the recap. So, previously with the Alterra crew, during your conversation with the professor, you gained insight into the adversaries you might face within the Arcanum, and had an opportunity to commune with the spirit of Killian Oakenheel, the former Draco, or chosen of the Platinum King. Killian hinted to Ophelia that she is destined to become the next Draco, ushering in a new era of peace for the Dragonkin. Additionally, the two chosen servants of the Serpent received a dire message from their patron urging them to finish this fight at all cost. So after parting ways with their allies of the Draconian Divergency, who transformed into elemental hybrids, you now have arrived at the entrance of the Architect's Arcanum, determined to find a way to free Evit's brother from his captors. So, before you, Randir, Brithil, Ophelia, Evit, you see a courtyard full of uh, marble stone throughout. It's got like a bluish white hue to it, with a bit silver inlay throughout some of the areas. And the sconces you see have a bluish flame that lights the area. Ahead of you, there's a bunch of columns that surround this area, and further on, standing on two sides, there are two large entranceways, open, kind of like Grecian style temple openings, no massive doors. It's just a poof, go right in. However, standing in front of these archways, you see are two massive crystalline constructs that stand in sentry, waiting for intruders and or anyone to bypass them. What is it the four of you wish to do in this moment? And we do have roll 20 up if you guys want a visual.
I'm already in.
I'm already there, bro. Like,
Yeah,
I'm checking this shit out.
Okay. I've got an idea, but talk while I look for things.
Actually, for Randir, something about these automatons seems slightly familiar to you. They have a very, and I mean very similar, slightly similar design to a few that you have come across back in not Oz, back in Osmiri. Uh, it was a big no. they have a slight enhanced, if not slightly a more draconic influence, but these automatons look similar to the ones that you fought back back on the coast.
Oh yeah. Okay. These motherfuckers.
Yeah. You get the sense that they might have some type of arcane enhancements to them as well. From what you remember.
I will definitely look at the party and let them know, like, just be wary of these. They are enhanced, and they always have some bullshit they can do, and we might want to avoid them. Is all I'm saying. If at all costs.
On that note,
Okay.
can I get a stealth check from the party?
Well, I was gonna say, if he says that, I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace.
Sure.
Okay. I also have invisibility. We are back up to whatever.
You all have had a long rest too, so that was.
Yeah.
We've got
All right.
potions.
So
We've got
you
rest and
said-
spell slots.
You said a stealth check.
Yes.
So you all have a +10 to your stealth right now.
Oh, cool.
I heard
That's
it.
super helpful.
I'm hearing
Pass without
several
trace.
oohs.
All right.
Ooh. Wow.
I also have a 23, but that was not because I rolled in that one.
I have a 28.
Mm-hmm. So.
Didn't we say that Vrithril was like 20 feet behind us at least?
Just for being
Oh.
cool? Yeah, sounds
Just
about
for-
right.
Isn't he so alert that he gets advantage on stealth?
Oh, that's the wrong alert.
I just thought Cody in general was.
I thought I have disadvantage, so I rolled a 5.
Oh, because your armor?
Yeah, and then a 2, so I got a 13.
Gotcha.
Cool.
Did everybody beat a 13?
No.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah.
All right, so group average though beats a 13.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Thanks,
Good.
guys.
Good.
Thank you, old dungeon master.
Oh no, it wasn't even no. I'm looking at the stats of these things and I'm like, okay, to be fair, yeah, they got a low perception, so you're good. They are in sentry mode, but you get the sense that they haven't detected your move. Well, you cast Pass Without a Trace, right?
Yeah.
God, even then you guys roll like.
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
Big for the
No.
28.
Well,
They were just bad
yeah.
rolls, not bad anything
Yeah.
else.
Got it.
Yeah.
Go.
Let me not watch where I'm going real quick.
Got it. Real quick, I'm going to throw a picture of the world map into chat for you guys because it's updated and wait, did it go through? Yeah, it did. Okay. That's the world map for you guys for reference. As you guys get close, you do see the automatons are in a sentry type mode. They are inert and not moving. They don't seem to have sensed the four of you. So, they do have the stairs behind them that lead further up and into those two side doors that lead inward into the Arcanum. What is it that you all wish to do?
Evigt is gonna start stealthing like around the side.
And
Okay.
you have disadvantage on stealth, Ophelia?
Yeah.
Okay. I remember that from last time anyway, but yeah, I guess me and Ophelia might be going invisible.
I'll take it.
Okay. All right, let me see.
So with your stealth check, you guys are able to try to scoot around if you wish to. If you want to avoid the automatons altogether, you are able to, especially if they go invisible. Is there anything else you want to do before you enter the past the courtyard
Can I
in
just
preparation?
Can I do like a perception check or an investigation? You know how like before you go into a fight in a video game, you look around and sometimes there's coins or like health potions. So I'm kind of
Sure.
looking for things like that.
You know what? Give me an investigation or perception. If you get an 18 plus, I got you.
I would like to give her the help action.
You-
Question:
Go ahead.
Are we in darkness?
It
the edge
is
here?
yeah, the day it is later in the day. The city itself has this kind of like overcast of like dark clouds as it is. So this area is lit by sconces, but there are areas of shadow that you are able, being the ranger that you are, and the rogue that Rithel is, you are able to find corners of shadow to hide within.
I was just asking because if I am in, it just says darkness. I'm invisible.
I would say it's torchlit within the space. Anything past these like wall perimeters, you see like where the bushes are, like right behind them, that's all dark.
That's what I'm saying.
Then okay, so you manage to slink into the shadows, and they, in a strange way, coalesce and form almost like this blanket or cloak over you, and that you just begin to flow past the guard. What are the rest of you doing? Rithil, are you stealthing through as well? Just going by? Okay. So, same thing. You hug the shadows and scoot around. It you don't see Evite because she's shadowy and stealthy and invisible as fuck, as are your other two allies. But your years of practice slink as well. So you guys do, in fact, manage to bypass the golems.
Ophelia had made a roll.
But Ophelia did make a roll. What'd you roll?
20.
Natural 20?
A natural 20.
I'll say in the center of that... Okay, I'll say this. In the center of that fire, you guys are passing by, and like you're kind of like hugging next to Randir's form, trying to keep next to him with his invisibility. But you swear you see a tiny little rabbit made of flame just dancing.
How cute.
Doing a little dance.
Make it aware, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Is this a fade trap?
You get the sense that this is an eternal flame, and it's flavored to
okay.
look like a cool little rabbit, just because I like it.
I don't know what eternal flame is, but she's
Oh!
gonna.
Well,
she's
it's
gonna
actually a thing
kinda-
you could do.
A thing I can do.
It, with the knowledge that you gain with your natural 20, you know that eternal flames are incantations of a heatless flame that, when left in an area, just emits a light. It's literally just for light.
Oh.
But this is a little dancing bunny because it's flavored that way.
Okay, then I'm going to slowly kind of walk over and go like, can you hear me? Oh, to the middle. Oh god, I should think about this. Sorry. Oh, and there's those guys. Okay. Does anybody else want to do anything while I think about this?
Randy is going to wait for this. He'll stay close to Ophelia, unless she goes to the center.
Well, she's invisible, so.
Well, I meant like, well, you said we were up against each other's forms. So
I was gonna say, like, you could feel her like presence near you. Like, if anything, like you would have pat her on the back or whatever to cast invisibility. So she's like right next to you. But if she does want to like move past you, you would be leaving your range.
How about this? When I touch her for invisibility, I grab a little piece of cloth off of her, and I'm just holding on to it so I know when she goes somewhere.
Got it.
If she says I move faster than to get away, then I'm just gonna let it go.
Like, hold her up and like.
Yeah, exactly like that.
Well, my little frog dragon is gonna kind of kind of like crouch down a little bit to kind of be more level with the bunny. And then I know I'm invisible, but then I'm gonna cast like produce flame. And so
Now
in
you
my
do know that when you cast a spell, you will lose your invisibility.
No, I didn't know that, so I'm not gonna do that.
Just wanted to remind you at least.
Thank you. And then I'm just gonna kind of like crawl, like as low to the ground as I can. And if I feel the tug on my shirt, I'm gonna be like, "Come on, we're getting it." And then I'm gonna try and like pull.
Okay, all right. Randir is a pushover. So he was like, all right, fine, I'll go with her.
Just these are gentle creatures. Gentle creatures.
What
So,
are? I didn't see what you saw.
She assumes you saw it.
Oh yeah, I'm like, okay, Randir would just be like this. Of course, yes.
She gestures over to the fire, and you too see the illusion of a rabbit.
Invisible, gestures over to the fire.
Yeah.
I, also invisible, look at her and say, "Oh yes, I'm looking the wrong direction."
Yeah. You see
Alright.
the destruction outside. You hear,
Yeah, perfect.
ah, yes, peaceful. Do you go to grab the illusion rabbit?
Gently.
Okay. So you walk up invisible like.
Oh, I want it. Give it. Almost like whisper yelling a little bit.
You just see that the rabbit keeps going as you just cut through the illusion.
That's how they are in real life, though.
You just see the rabbit in an illusionary form, like a hologram, just keeps dancing.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
Zoe said, "We can't hear you, Cody." Say something, and she said she'll let me know, but she hasn't heard you the whole time. Okay, I'll ask her if she heard that.
It's like we're all not audible. Like, oh, we're just mouthing along. Like,
Yeah.
Nah, yeah, she said nothing. Silence.
How about now? Can you hear
I'll just
me
tell her to
now?
let me know, and yeah.
I hear a weird echo.
Oh well, I mean, she's watching. I don't have to say
Yeah.
that.
like, hey.
I'm sitting here like, I'm like, oh my god, I can't type fast at all. Okay, all right, you're good. You're good.
Okay. Thanks,
Thank you,
Zoe.
Thank you, Zoe. We're gonna give you a free subscription for like 5 years. So, as Losimo, as Ophelia is trying to grab the illusionary flame, you Vrithil and Evit see that the fire kind of goes and like flickers a couple of times.
I feel like, considering my passive insight is 21, I probably realize what's going on, and I'm just like,
And they don't see shit.
I'd probably like kind of tap Brithel and just like point to the fire, and I'm like, what are they doing?
And you both, like, looking at it, you do see that there's like an image of a rabbit just kind of like doing this.
Just making fun of me.
He's like, look at that fucking rabbit.
You are not taking my rabbit.
Nobody's taking the rabbit. It's an illusion.
I'm gonna just keep going.
Ophelia calls dibs on the rabbit.
And Randir starts to lightly pull her collar towards everyone else.
As you all begin to continue on past the automatons and the trickster rabbit flame, we will move on to the next portion. So, you go into a singular walkway, a stairway that leads further upwards. You see that there is a door at the top of the staircase. And I'll say, moving you all upwards to said door, it is in fact locked.
Cast fireball.
Okay.
I
Wait,
wish.
what?
I'll
he
I'll
he holds a hand out. He's like,
I just like push his hand down.
Shit,
I'll
I
look
forgot.
at Rithville and I'm decent at picking locks. Are you better? She has a +7. You should
Ooh.
you should be the one to pick it then.
I'm not really saying this.
marginally better. I mean, she can give you the help action.
Yeah, she can
Mhm.
look over your shoulder and tell you where to hook and stuff. You know.
It's like Ghost. Come on, Swayze.
I'll hand him some thieves' tools. There we go. That's my help.
Like, here, use these. Yours look janky as fuck. Advantage. You're good. DC was 22, so with her tools, you begin to hear a sequence of different gears within the door itself. You see the door in front of you. You see itself has a motif built into the actual door itself. Upon unlocking the door, you watch as the best way to describe it is, you know that scene from Shrek where the little automaton, like the welcome to Duloc or whatever?
Yeah.
You see the door begins to move in a sequence of different motions telling a story. And you see that there is, at the bottom, a bunch of what it seems to be citizens. It looks like a bunch of people, all of draconic nature, raising their arms upward. They begin to shift slightly back and forth as if they are in celebration. They see next a another set of dragonborn people with stones above them raising something. You look as you see above them is a city. These 5 dragonborn are holding up this city. And you see standing atop it is a shining beacon. Another person holding a scepter of some sort, casting their hand upwards to the heavens. Everything just moves ever so slightly. And when the final piece, a star at the very tip of this inlay, this recess, this picture within this door at the top, the star. Door splits. Before you, you see the Arcanum revealed to you. So, players, you have access to your characters. I will ask you to roll initiative for me in the sense of who is going to be doing what in certain orders. So, call it a soft initiative, not a hard initiative. We have to take pills for those.
Speak for yourself, old man.
Sponsored by Blue No.
I mean, we could be.
God damn it. All right, so we'll go 25 to 20.
30, 20.
Go 20 to 25.
Even that.
Oh, is it 20 to 15? I can't fucking
Yeah,
think,
I was
dude.
like, we're going up.
We're going back up, so it's Evigt and then Evigt still. Sorry, 20 to 15. Still nobody. 15 to 10.
11.
All right, so we're gonna have Rithil.
I'll let you go first.
Randir. And then I still want to hear the number. What'd you roll, Ophelia?
A 9.
Hey, there it is. All right.
It's it's a high in that range.
It's a high single number. It's the highest single number you can get.
Exactly.
All right. So, I will go ahead and put you guys. Oop. Oop. Right here. So, surrounding you guys, you see several bookcases lining the walls. Additionally, you see that there's a couple of passageways and a couple of stairwells as well. Well. So, Evie, what do you wish to do?
So I am just of note, like actively listening for any movement that isn't
Okay.
ours.
In the meantime, go ahead and just roll a perception check for me.
26, yeah.
26?
19 plus 7. That's 26, right?
Yes, that's right. Throughout the entire facility, you just hear a soft hum. Just throughout. Like if you like a soft AC in a building, like just a soft tone throughout. If you take a moment to really like focus on it, the floor vibrates ever so gently, giving you the idea that this entire facility is fueled by some type of energy.
Okay. Remind me, what was the goal in coming here? What were we looking for exactly?
You are specifically looking for a way to free your brother.
Okay. And he's here, right?
Like last you heard, he was in the Arcanum.
Okay. In?
Go ahead. I was just, can we blow this building up?
That was one of the things that Tova had mentioned. He goes, I do not care what you do. Sabotage it, infiltrate it, whatever. But yeah, there was a mentioning of blowing it up didn't piss anybody off.
Does Ophelia actually say that though?
Oh yeah, she'll say that.
I would just turn and look at her. Once we get my brother out, I don't care what happens, but until we find him safe, no one is blowing anything up.
It's an escape plan.
Fun. I guess I will I'm gonna go to the left. Just stepping very quietly, and I'm gonna just boop, boop, boop. See what I can see.
Okay, so passing through this way. Come on. Reveals. Yeah. You see the corridor just bends around here and goes further in.
Okay. I guess I'll just use the rest of my movement to go further. Go like there.
Okay.
Probably.
You see that there is a door here, and it is closed.
I have
as well as. Sorry, I'm just gonna also show you. See, at the end of this hallway, which also curves around, there's this crystal. It's pretty freaking huge. It's probably about maybe 6 to 7 feet in height, and it's got maybe a good 4 to 5 feet width to it. You see, it's just a blue crystal that is there. Around it is like a metal ring with a bunch of like arcane like runes carved into the side of it. and around the ring, there are like 3 chains built into the floor. And while the ring is attached to this crystal, it just gently floats and hovers in space, giving off like a soft blue light, giving a little bit more of a soft glow to the area.
Okay. Realistically, I'm so focused I couldn't give less of a fuck about lights. I just want my brother.
Okay, that was
So,
just
no, I know. I think it's cool. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's probably so.
yeah, but
focused.
before you is that, and then the door that's closed.
Okay, with the last movement that I have, can I try to pick the lock?
Movement?
If it's, I have 40 feet of movement on my first turn.
Oh,
Unless you wanted
are
to nix
you?
that because it's not technically combat.
No, I mean we'll count this as far as like in a soft initiative. We'll go with it. Here, I'll just move you up to the door then. Go ahead and give me a lockpicking check, DC 22.
Dun,
I
dun,
am-
dun.
I am going to go ahead and use one of my knowledge from a past life to add a d6 to that.
Ooh, okay.
Good idea. Good idea.
Not bad. Okay, that is dirty 20 plus 3 plus 4, 27.
Wait, sorry. You said dirty 20 and then plus. Sorry, I forgot you had an extra die. What was the total?
27.
27. You, with after taking your tools back from Rithil, same thing. You managed to put the lockpick within, and a delicate combination of movements just, and then it's even a slight. You have to take like a dagger and even just like slide it in there to help with the movement as well, so you don't break the lockpicks. But managed to do again. The door splits. You
I'll
see,
just kind of motion for people to come.
they don't see you. You're far away.
Never mind.
No one knows
That's
you're
okay.
over here.
That's it then.
All right, so reveal your secrets. You see this inner chamber. Over here, you see stuff.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, I'm looking at my notes.
Not stuff!
You see that there's some
Ah!
stuff in here. Ooh. So, you see on the wall there's a almost like a mannequin, like a bust of a elven figure. You don't recognize the face necessarily, but you see that embedded in the forehead, like vision from fucking Marvel, is a stone. Other than that, you see is on that table to your right is a huge fucking sword. Like it's huge. It's huge. Now
Huge.
you've seen like great sword, bastard sword, long swords. You've seen Zweihanders and whatnot. This sword looks like it was made for a giant almost. Like this is a huge weapon. However, you look at it and it's in pieces. It's in fragments, so to speak. You look like it's like Anduril from Lord of the Rings. Shards, even 6 shards.
I'll just make a mental note.
But yes, but you do see that even if it's in shards, it's very finely made, and it still looks like it might hold some type of fun shit.
Je ne sais quoi.
Some je ne sais quoi. But there's also but yeah, you also see that there's like more books and everything surrounding the chamber.
Okay. Normal circumstance, she would very much want to explore and read all of the books, but these are not normal circumstances, so I'll just make a mental note of the sword. That's it.
All
She's
right.
probably like, damn it, I wish the professor would hear. He would love all of the books. Wrong time zone, Kit!
Yeah,
Kit said,
Get
Kit
out of
said,
our
I'm coming on
stream.
now. So, Rithil, you're up in initiative.
And you actually think that we're there. You don't know.
Yes, right. You
You
still
don't
don't fucking see him. Like, you all just, like, appeared.
We are both very invisible.
We are very invisible.
But that actually works out perfectly, Brithiel. Good job.
All right, so Rithil, you see, in similar description, there's a blue stone hovering in the ground here, a ring around it with these chains kind of like holding it in place. And then there's a 2 stairwells that you can check out. Stairwell, stairway. Sure.
You're silent again, Cody.
Cody, stop silencing yourself. Use your voice. Speak out.
How did my mic get muted? I don't understand OBS. I will investigate the stone or perceive it, whichever is better for me. Thanks again, Zoe.
So we're gonna need you to run our OBS.
Yeah, please be our stream manager. I'm
Oh no. So yeah, whichever you want. You can. I'd say Arcana into investigation or perception.
Investigation it is. Ooh, that's 19.
19.
Yep.
On a 19, what languages do you speak? Do you speak Draconic?
Oh, I might.
Or Primordial?
Actually. I speak. Let me find it. I don't look at this tab often. Draconic, and Deep Speech, and Elvish, and Thieves' Cant.
Well, in Draconic, you read something interesting. You read something. It comes off as like containment or container shell, something like it's weird. You don't understand the arcane essence of it, but you're reading something that is describing like a container.
He's gonna make a mental note that he's probably gonna bust one of those open later and use the last 10 feet of his movement to get to the top of these stairs.
Gotcha. Now you do see that there is no door, and it leads that looks inside. And you see that this seems to be an alchemy lab.
Ooh. Like I said, would make poisson.
Let's see, you have a bonus action dash, don't you?
Oh, I do. Bonus
You're a rogue, bro. I'm not gonna make.
I
I'm
forget
not gonna
about
let
that.
you forget your rogue skills.
Okay. What does dash do? Does that double?
It doubles your movement.
Ooh, 5, 10, 15, 20. 20 into the alchemy lab.
Into the alchemy lab he goes. So, in the alchemy lab, you see on this table, it's like, it's like. Do you remember when like the Harry Potter movies came out? They had that like weird chemistry playset that you turned like you made gummies with and shit. It's like that on a massive scale.
Fuck yeah, gummy
It's just
lab.
It's a bunch of like weird smells of just like bitter, sweet, and acrid. Some acidic puffs of smoke popping out of the air occasionally, and you just hear like a almost a tea kettle whistle coming out of one of them every so often. But you see. On the table, there are 3 like in a little like rack, like a little like chemistry rack. There's 3 vials stoppered. One has a reddish liquid. The other is a clear liquid with a hold on, let me look up. This one has a excuse me, a yellow fluid. It's streaked with black and swirls on its own. So like you see it, and this like little thing kind of goes. like it spins really quickly. And then the other one,
Cool.
if I could spell correctly. Give me a description, potentially. The potion is a clear liquid, and at the top of the like where you see like the liquid is, like where like the loop is, just above that layer, it almost looks like cloudy white impurities drifting, almost like a cloud drifting on top of it. And the first one, or like the last one, I don't know if I mentioned, it's just a thick red viscous potion.
Cool. I already used my
Let's
action,
take 'em.
so I'll take them next time.
I'll say, I mean, interaction if you want to take them.
I would like to pick them up, yes.
Okay, so you pick up the 3 of them, but you do not know what they are. After Verthil, Randir, what are you doing?
Okay, Randir is going to turn to where he believes Ophelia still is and say, go with the tiny one. And then he's going to go up toward
What does that
where...
mean?
Well, Evita's smaller than you. But technically,
Evit's
you're all
5'11".
Everyone's smaller than you.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean. Out of the two, how big are you guys?
Like 4'9", I think.
Evit's
Before
5'11".
I did
Oh.
pick a height for this character.
It's
I'm
almost 6
dark
feet
elf.
tall.
Okay,
height.
okay. I'll say this. Go with the taller, creepy one.
Oh, I'm 5 feet.
Clearly a beat.
Go with the dead one.
Go with the
The
dead.
All right.
Yeah, go with the
Alright.
dead one. There you go.
Go with the dead one. And then
Boys' night.
boys' night. Okay, yeah. So Randir's gonna move up into that upper hallway, knowing that. Oh man, I gotta switch my. Knowing that he went down into that little alchemy lab.
You see that there is, in fact, another chamber full of books, but there's another like little passageway that goes to another door.
Okay. Can I dash? Is that a thing I can do?
You can absolutely dash as your action.
Let me. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll just go up here. And that's half my added half my movement.
That will increase your movement by it just double. So if you're 30, it'll make it 60.
Oh, okay. Well then, I'm not gonna go fully, but I am gonna go right here.
Okay. So as you walk up, the door is locked as well, and then you see that there's some of these like books. Every so often though, when you're walking around, you watch as some of the books just kind of like unshelve themselves, and then move. Another book will unshelve itself, and they'll just like switch places with each other.
Okay. Well, in that case,
And I'll say all of you have noticed that at this point. Like it's just some quirky thing.
Okay.
Like every so often, and like you'll be standing somewhere, and you'll hear.
since I'm just here, yeah, I guess I'm gonna make a perception check to see not only if any of these books are specific, like if I would notice, not necessarily titles because that would be a little wild. Randir's not necessarily well read. He's just well traveled. So yeah, I'm gonna see if I notice anything in this room that really would just give off anything out of place, since I'm kind of at an impasse.
So you're like checking out the books on the shelves and stuff.
Well, I'm just kind of like, yeah, I'm taking in the room, but I'm specifically looking at the ones that are moving.
Gotcha.
I'm not interacting. I'm just like noticing which ones are moving and if there is a pattern.
Give me a perception or an insight check. I'll say.
Oh well.
Can I get a vibe check on these books?
Oh yeah, Randir's the vibe guy. He's
the vibes
vibing
guy.
it.
Absolutely. He's got his Fey leaf. He's good to go, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, well, while he's observing, he's rolling up another.
He rips a page
He's
out
like,
of one of the
"What
books
the
that's
fuck?"
moving.
Oh, I forgot to tell y'all. He does it. He's one of those ones who does it like one-handed. So he pulls out wrapper. He dumps his little bay leaf, and then he goes, and it's perfect. It's done.
It's my mom.
And while he's doing that, because that is just muscle memory for him, he got a 23 perception check.
Well, at 23, you don't see pattern necessarily. The books just seem to go randomly. Every so often, you'll see one corner switch with like the middle section, and so on and so forth. But I will say some of the books, actually all those books that you see that move on themselves, will flash with some type of like a little light will just emit on it, and like a symbol will appear as it goes back into the as it replaces itself back on the bookshelf. It'll a dialight.
Interesting.
Dialight.
Okay, so would it be possible for me to grab one of the next floating book that comes out?
Yeah, I'll say give me a like a dexterity check. Just give me a dexterity roll, add your proficiency.
Oh, okay. All right. What's my proficiency? Sorry, hold on one second. Oh, there it is. Okay. That is a dirty 20.
So on a dirty 20, you do in fact reach up and grab one of these books, and you look at it. And what languages do you read? Do you speak or understand?
I speak Common, Deep Speech, Druidic, Elvish, Giant, and Sylvan.
So in Sylvan, well, actually, it doesn't even really matter what language you speak. It seems like the lettering on the book begins to like shift into like Sylvan, Common, Giant, Druidic, and it just like reads into like it finally picks one, and it reads, "The shocking truth: how to fuck with people when they enter your lab without you knowing." I need you. Well, now you end up taking 11 points of lightning damage as the book.
Okay, so he's gonna let it go and be like, "Son of a bitch," and be thankful that no one is around right now.
As you do that, the book crumbles to ash.
Oh, so you said I did? I took 11.
11 points of lightning damage.
Do I hear him yell?
I'll say with passive perceptions over 14, you definitely hear the sound of.
Fair. I think that's it for Randir. I don't think he can really do anything else. So.
Ophelia, what would you like to do in this moment as you're invisible and beckoned to go towards the dead one?
I have been waiting so long. I'd like to make a history check.
All right, make a history check for me.
Wow, you waited so long to do something boring.
In what regards? What are you trying to?
I want to look at the architecture of the building and see if maybe I can remember how it gets its power.
Oh, okay.
What that vibration is. I've not forgotten from oh so long ago. That was my role. Oh, what? You guys look at this. I rolled a 13. So good.
With the... You rolled a 13?
Yeah, it's a 13. You want a picture of it?
Devil just rolled a natural
What'd you
20.
roll on? D&D Beyond?
No, I rolled a 7, and then my modifier is a 6.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, sad day.
Oof.
I was hoping I could
Also-
convince you guys that it was a good roll.
Just worth noting, we broke our hype train record.
Yay, high praise.
Hey!
Yay! Choo-choo!
What's that?
Thank you. Congratulations,
Thank
Tavern
you.
Crew.
Thank you for all the participants.
Appreciate you
To
guys.
answer
Thank you so
Benji's
much.
question, I don't know, but the animation was cool, and I know it's a good thing.
All right.
I'll say Ophelia. On a 13, you still get something. You remember the architect one day had came out with a notice that was posted, a simulacrum on those, like, for lack of a better term, they're like in Times Square when the TVs come up and you see the stuff going on, but these are plastered throughout the entirety of Tiestrom. Every so often, you'll see an image pop up of the voice speaking the word of the prophet, and then you'll even see like an ad or two for one of the
For
local
Raid
shops.
Shadow Legends.
Come
Yeah,
get
Raid
your
Shadow
gold.
Legends. That's
God.
really, they've got us here too. You also see a HelloFresh ad there too.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
But you remember a day that the architect had addressed the citizens, one of the rare occasions that he ever spoke to the people of Tiestrom, where he had mentioned that the city was investing in new sources of energy, that he had found uh, an old power source that he was trying to recreate for the betterment of the city. But, no one really questioned it. They're like, oh, renewable resource, dope. Where's it coming from? Don't worry about
it's a large gerbil
it. It is a very large gerbil. Just going.
running in a wheel.
I bet they're gonna. Okay, it's gonna be in the walls. Okay, so is that considered an action?
I'll make that free.
It's free real
Thank you.
estate.
Plus the dragons. Okay. I wanna kind of take a peek. I kind of want to look right down this hallway and then like left this hallway, and see if I
Your
see
25 feet of movement.
5. No, I'll go to a beat.
Actually, you know what? I'll say this because you guys are all pretty damn perceptive. You
Yeah.
see that this just loops around.
The loop-de-loop
Yes.
band pool.
Let me pull it back up.
And your
Okay,
halls
let's
are
go.
looking cool.
Oh. 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, I forgot this has a measurement. Can I hold?
Hold, please.
Yeah, there's too much going on. There's like, yeah, I need to hold. Ophelia is gonna camp.
She's gonna stay right
Ophelia
there.
holds herself.
Amelia is having a panic attack. There's too many options.
Too many
Alright.
options.
Okay. Ophelia is going to hold for the moment. At the top of the round again, Evit, what are you doing? You saw that chamber, and you see that inside's the statue bust with the gem in the forehead, as well as the massive giant sword broken in pieces on the table.
Okay. This is probably kind of a long shot, but I figure I'll ask. Is there any way I can like look around for anything, like any signs that my brother had been there, anything that just seems like something he would do? Is there anything I can do for that?
I mean, give me a. I mean, I don't really know how we would check for that. I would say just give me a insight check, if anything.
Inside. 13 plus 11, 24.
13 plus 11, 24.
Mhm.
So with a 24 insight, you get you get the sense that this is like an artifact chamber, and something that would have interested your brother is stories about long ago, heroes and kingdoms and such and whatnot. Your brother mentioned a story once upon a time about this goddess of knowledge and how she bestowed upon the world a handful of stones. It is said that each of these stones granted gifts, but they varied in their abilities. Something from the description of one of them that your brother gave you matches the one in the bust.
Okay.
But as far as any presence of your brother, there does not seem to be one here.
I will just keep going then.
Okay.
This looks like about 15 feet. What do I see?
You see,
Show me the goods.
Whoa!
I can't. We'll get demonetized.
That's fair.
Is there a leaf-shaped pendant in the ground, buried in the mud?
The leaf-shaped pendant.
It
Oh,
looks like
I
you
get
need
it.
a ranger
Sorry.
nearby.
Not lightly did the leaves of Lorien fall.
You see another chamber with bookcases lining it.
And there's like nothing in there other than books.
I mean, you haven't gone in. You just see a chamber full of books.
You should grab one.
Don't go in.
Well, I more meant like there aren't any doors.
You just see an entire chamber. This seems like a library, like a smaller library.
Okay. Then I will use my remaining 15 feet to head back.
Okay.
Was it my action to do that check?
I'll give it a free.
All right, then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to use my action to dash to get back to the. So that'll put me like a flare.
Okay. And Rithel, you're up. What are you doing?
Cool. I'm just gonna go ahead and bonus action dash. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I retcon that I whistle? And
I heard you
Try to
scream for
hear
help.
Ah!
no, you heard nothing.
I heard you
You
get
heard
hit with the
nothing!
shocky stick of gum thing.
No, it's the pens.
Yeah.
Yeah, for 11 damage, you asked. Like,
Yeah.
come over here, grab a book, grab a couple books, see how it feels.
Brithel's gonna run past, and as he passes this doorway and sees Evit, he's gonna do hand motions to her that she doesn't understand either, and then keep on dashing.
He goes,
Keep on
It's
dashing.
just like
look at the ticker tape.
Buy some merch.
buy some merch in the ticker tape. That's what those hand motions
you
that
don't
he did
see
meant.
Randir, but you see two hands that are like smoking. You just see the, the smoke coming off of them.
So that was movement and bonus action. Can I use my action to investigate the potions to see what I think they do?
Give me a Arcana or a.
Not gonna be Arcana.
Is it Arcana or Nature?
I feel like I'm probably gonna be not good at either of those. Yep, they're the same. It's a 12.
12? I'll say one of them you recognize is a type of healing potion, but you're unsure as to the level as to what it will
Okay.
do. The other two can't really make heads or tails of. They look like they are pretty potent, whatever they are, but as far as the effects, you're not sure.
Okay.
That'll be a fun little crapshoot later.
Yeah, just gonna start drinking them.
Drink it and you start vomiting fire.
What? I got a breath weapon?
That is my turn.
All right, Randir, then Ophelia.
Okay. Randir will not be much help at the door. So,
It is locked.
yes, it is locked. That's why, and he doesn't feel like busting it down is the stealthiest thing. Okay. That doesn't really help what I was going to do. Well, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna move back towards Evit And while I'm moving, I'm going to whisper to Brithril.
Brithril.
Yeah,
Brithril.
Yeah.
Brithril.
I'm going to say, unlock the door.
Oh shit!
I have an idea.
Unlock the door, fucker.
Yeah,
Like
and you
he's
didn't even know I was in here, so I'm pretty sure you shit yourself just now.
Was that you
that's
who yelled
canon.
earlier?
You didn't know. You don't know.
That's why he's asking. He's like, was that you?
Okay. And
It was somebody else.
okay, so I just moved, and I'm going to hold and tell Evit to come to me, and then say
Can't
in
see
the
you.
doorway. And then I'm gonna say I have an idea. I don't know if it'll work, but it's worth a shot. And then I hold for Evit to come over to me.
All right, so after that, Ophelia, what do you wish to do? You are still in this. You see Evit's like coming back this way though, and you hear Randir. You're muted.
I just love that.
I do it too. I'm like, God damn it.
And I'm working with one monitor right now. I forgot to hook up my second one.
Must be a hard life.
You on your iPad?
How's your MacBook doing?
Fantastic. Now that I'm not trying to play games with you.
She's just gonna look at both of them and be like, "So what'd you guys find? Did you guys find him?"
Your
No.
share voice.
It's been
My-
25 seconds.
Oh,
I'm kidding. I don't know.
it probably actually has. Is that stone glowing on the other side of the wall? Can I see it like glowing?
You see around the corner there's like a soft glow, and even like over in the around that bend in where the books are, you see there is a soft like just radiating.
Okay, then I want to ask about those. I want to be like, hey, did you guys see those? Do you know anything about those? I don't think if I walked over there, I think I'd just be out of reach.
I don't know anything about them, but don't touch the books.
Okay, do you think we should smack the stone?
Now? No, not now. Yeah, I was thinking about later.
In the distance, you hear, yes!
Brisella's like, hit it!
Hate that fucking thing!
I want to look up at the ceiling.
Okay.
And I kind of want to like traps, there's probably gonna be cameras.
Yeah, there's cameras. Ah!
Shit, they got cameras!
Holy shit!
Peepholes.
You see a little Nikon, and then it's got a crystal at the top, just resting, powering.
Someone broke into my house! What the fuck? Some type of like lacrima is up in the corners, like
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Okay, so give me an investigation or perception check looking up at the ceiling.
Ooh.
Shouldn't mean
Ooh,
camera,
that's
should
a-
mean chimera. There's chimeras on
It's
the ceiling.
covered in
there's-
rats.
There's hidden chimeras everywhere.
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 So the
Yeah.
whole ceiling is a gelatinous cube.
You're inside a gelatinous cube. Ooh,
That's a natural 13 for a total of 15.
So
Oh,
15. Looking at the ceiling, you don't see any traps. However, you do looking above, you see that since you walked in, it kind of looks like a singular blue line. It like leads into like it kind of like flows. Sorry, I should probably use this because it makes more sense. So there's like a blue line that flows on the ceiling.
Can't see it. Okay.
So sorry, it just goes straight,
Okay.
but it lines I am not doing a great representation of this right now. Anyway, there's a blue line of light that is embedded in the ceiling that kind of like follows the direction of the chambers. So wherever you go, that light is giving off a glow to light where you're going. But you see that it also kind of like it has almost like a fluorescent light hue, like vibrant, like a glow to it, and that also could attest to the hum that you hear. Something is powering this facility.
I'm gonna follow it.
Okay. So it leads all over the place. So like you could go this way, you could go that way. I'll say Evit, if she points that out to you, you saw that going this way.
Yeah.
And you saw it go into this room as well.
Like the light in the ceiling, you mean?
Yeah. You remember it going this way.
Okay.
If she points that out to you, you recall. But it stopped at the wall.
I'll mention that to Ophelia. I'll just say that light went to a weird place. Like there might have been something else.
Okay. Then she's gonna be like, "Alrighty then," and then she'll like kind of grab her blow. I think I've got a blowgun, right? Yep. Yeah, I've got a blowgun, and she'll kind of grab that and have that in the ready, and then she's gonna start walking the direction, and then she'll say, "Give me the signal when you're ready."
She's just standing at the front over here. She has not moved at all and still invisible. She's like, all right, give me the signal.
I'm ready, like, guys.
This is the signal.
Come on.
Just make a ruckus. You know, a signal.
Ah. Okay. She does that. About that loud.
So, with loose initiative in idea, what does everybody want to do in this moment?
So I'm still waiting for Evit, technically, to
come over and then... come over there.
Yeah, I was supposed to say. Well, let's remove ourselves from the limit of movement and just say, what do you guys want to do, so we can expedite these.
Lock.
All right, so Rithil and whoever wants to go investigate the last lock, Rithil, go ahead and check out. And give me a lockpicking check.
Dirty 20.
Gotcha. So if you guys, damn on the dirty 20. So as he's picking the lock, Evit, you lead everybody back over that way to go and collect him.
No,
Rithil.
I was waiting on Evit to get to me to do something before we went to the lock.
Gotcha. So he's doing that. We will shift back to Evit coming to Randir. There we go.
As she walks by, she's just like, she's telling me to go this way. Yes.
Yes, I said it first. So
and here I am.
Question: when I cast anything,
yes,
invisibility will drop on me and Ophelia.
Just
it's concentration. Oh, okay.
Right, it's not concentration, is it?
Yeah,
it is.
Remember, because we figured that out in the Waterdeep one. Because we thought it wasn't, but it is.
That is weird. I'll say it will just drop on you.
Okay.
We do still have Pass Without a Trace. That lasts for an hour.
And that's also concentration.
I'm not as worried. I just wanted to make sure I was aware.
Gotcha.
But we are still sneaky, so.
Okay, and this will take a little bit of the DM's, grace, if it can happen. So, Randir is going to look at Evit and say, I've never done it this way, but I imagine...
He turns
around.
He turns around. I've never done it this way.
I've never done it this way, but yeah. Anyways, he's going to drop the invisibility on himself, and he's going to kind of like we druids use the earth and plants as a conduit, and I was wondering if I could do the same with you. And so out of his pouch, he's going to pull out a little bit of like mud substance, like, it's just kind of like a collection of, herbs and stuff that he just kind of has it around.
It's
kind
shit.
of
It's shit.
Yeah,
It's just shit.
And it's shit. So with that,
Reindeer's in the
and he's going to say to Evit, I want you to think of your brother, and I want you to try to send him a message. And so he wants to cast empathic message and use Evit as a conduit because he doesn't know her brother. So he can't send a message, and I don't know if this is going to work, but I think it's worth a shot that maybe he could use her.
They are twins.
Yes, send an empathic message.
So I like the way that we're doing stuff with this. So roll for me. Just give me a wisdom check and add your proficiency.
Got you. Can do. And do you want me to go ahead and use it as a spell slot real quick?
For empathic message, yeah, go ahead and use the spell slot.
Okay.
We're gonna see how this. We're gonna bend the the magic of it. With this roll.
That's why I said it's gonna be up to you a little bit.
I got you.
All right.
I'll say right now, before you roll, the DC for this is going to be. We'll set it at a 20.
Okay. All
DC
right.
wisdom check of 20.
With the proficiency.
And
And
pretty much like a spell attack.
That is exactly a dirty 20.
Fan-fucking-tastic. So,
yes.
In this moment, you have... after Evit walks up to you...
also, I do have the locket that has the portrait of my brother and I in it.
Oh, then, yeah, you'll know what he looks like.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll still do the mud, the shit
Simba.
mud on her forehead,
Simba.
and I will hold the locket, and I will place my hands kind of not around her neck, but like kind of like this on either side, and I'll touch her forehead with my forehead while we try to do this. And
Got you.
yes.
In this moment. I'll even with that dirty 20, I will say this. Evit, as the two of you touch foreheads, you are linked in this moment. In this wow. Now talk to your brother, bitch.
Yeah.
You both begin to send this message. I will say, because it is limited to words and everything, each of you can like say a quick thing in this moment.
Okay. Well, and I'm going to leave it to Evit. As far as I'm concerned, she can have the 25 words.
She'll have 20, you just need 5.
Yeah,
hey,
exactly.
bud, this is your pal Reindeer.
Hey, where are you, man?
You up?
No, that was my 5. You get the 20.
So at this point in time, I don't know anything about where he is or what's happened. Okay.
All that you know in this timeline is that he is somewhere in the Arcanum. He is somewhere in this facility.
Okay. Then I would say, I guess because I don't know anything about him, I would just say, it's your sister. Where are you? And just focus on remembering the forget-me-nots.
Reindeer takes you. Your foreheads connect, and as you send this feeling, this message to your brother, calling out to him, Randir and you both feel the message kind of just like flutter into this ether. And you feel it kind of like almost like from like from fucking Lion King, that little bit of grass and leaf, this arcane, this natural remember. This energy, this message begins to fly throughout. We watch as it floats above and scatters. And you receive not words, but images, flashes of instances. You see your brother, head being shaved, being beaten, chained. Held down. Injected with some type of substance. You watch as his veins being enlarged and you watch as something is placed upon his skin and you see like burning acidic components melting him screaming. Echoes throughout. You see the chamber that he is in. It's a soft greenish glow. There's a giant glass vat tank of something floating, a creature floating in it. It's got several appendages and heads. It looks serpentine in nature. It just floats there with a symbol on it. And aside it, in two separate chambers, are, well, there's one across the way and another flash. This one you see from your brother's point of view floating in a tank. Across the way, you see another one, a symbol on it. You don't understand what it means. You see another flash. And you just see your brother staring out at a door. He kicks it open. And you see a family of Dragonborn. They don't look familiar, but you see off in the corner there's a symbol of a dragon's head with 3 claw marks down it. You watch as 2 blades are drawn, and he just charges forward in his point of view, and then as the blades go down, the image fades. Randy, you have seen this as well.
Yeah, Evie is shaking like a leaf. Like she is quivering. Her eyes are probably just wide, watering, and she's like got her hands on Brandir's hands, just shivering.
Yeah, he's a little speechless, but a little bit more prepared, I guess, because it's not his brother, but at the same time, it's like
not my brother.
He's just gonna pull Evit's head a little bit away so he can look her in the eyes and say, he may not be exactly a prisoner in his current state, but I think we can assume that he's here. He's got to be here. And they've got...
Sorry, I'll say there were intermediate moments of the tank image and the image of him attacking someone. Tank image, him attacking somebody else. Tank image, him attacking somebody else. For player reference, very Winter Soldier-esque.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
And I'll say there was one flash image that both of you caught. There was someone with him during most of these. And every time that you saw him in these flashes, that person that was next to him wielded some strange weapon. 2 of them in each hand. They look like long protruding tubes with handles of sorts, and they just roared like thunder. Reminiscent of something familiar to you, Randir, but it's smaller and in two versus the one that you've
Yeah.
seen before.
Well, and if I remember correctly, that particular character actually didn't they break it down?
You vaguely remember that happening.
Oh god. Oh. Okay.
Throughout
Shit.
this vision,
It's too coincidental to be someone else.
did they hear
Does
like a
Evit-
sequence
wait,
of
I
words?
can't remember. Does Evit know them? Sorry, I didn't mean to talk over
You're good.
I think they met. Did they meet?
Also,
Yeah.
Also, was this where when we are? Is this before or after going to finding the well of silver?
This would be before.
Okay,
Because
so
you
that
guys
hasn't
meet.
happened.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. So the
Okay.
other two are still wandering the wasteland.
Okay.
They're doing great. They're doing great. They've got his dad and a healer. They're fine.
Papa.
I'll just looking at Randir's soul, like with my hands on his. Promise me that we'll find him.
Of course, I promise. But it looks like we may have a few more obstacles than I expected. Dangerous obstacles. And then, if there's nothing more to say, he would just be like, come on, and we have to find him now. And go toward Brithil.
I will follow.
At this moment, Brithil, you have just managed to the door successfully opens, and you all see that Brithil stands there, victorious.
Triumphant.
Triumphant, even. Before you, Brithil, is another chamber. You see
chamber.
another chamber. You see, in fact, to your left and right, there is two tables, each of them with a number of different parchments, books, and other types of ledgers. There's also a couple of chests on either side of the corners here.
Oh. Loot?
Open chest.
I mean,
In a
Open
dungeon?
chest. Or a mimic.
this
It's
is
a
a
mimic.
dungeon. Where the dragons?
I opened a chest.
Okay. So as Vrithil's going to go check out the chest and stuff, what are the rest of you doing?
Playing the theme song from Legend of Zelda when you open a chest.
I would go to the room and open the other chest. Unless anybody else wants to, I would
That's my
be happy
chest.
to let them.
Wait, but Randy are there. Evit, what are you and Ophelia doing?
I would probably get just like right inside the room. And she's just impatiently kind of like tapping her foot while they. I guess I'll just kind of give a quick glance around for anything of interest on the walls or on the shelves.
Make an investigation or a perception check for me. Ophelia, what are you doing with your invisible self?
I'm following the blue lines and a beat. And when I walk into the room, I'm gonna look at my blowgun and I'm like, oh, silly goose. And then she's gonna hand the blowgun to Evit, and then pull out her vicious short bow.
Gotcha.
Oh.
This will do the trick.
Another ranged weapon.
Yes.
It takes two hands.
Got it. So as you pull up, put your blowgun away, pull out the short bow that nobody could see. Evie, what did you roll for perception or investigation?
I did perception, 26.
Gotcha. On a 26, you see a couple of things. On the map tables and stuff, you do see a couple things catch your eye. There's a map of Vishara specifically. And you see that it's got a bunch of different locations. You see that on it are these like little like figurines that you assume are to identify forces. You see one's in Corvain to the west. You see one just to the east of Falmore, right where the garrison, Eastwind Garrison is. And then you see where Falingrad is, the capital of the Empire. There's one right next to it. Kind of, you assume where Tiastrom is. Not realizing that Tiastrom is very close to the capital of the Empire. Just a hop, skip, and a jump away from invading them at any time. You also see there's a little bottle with a little ship in it.
Ooh, how'd it get in there?
Oh. But yeah, you see this, and on the outside of it, there is elven runes carved into it. It reads Skyblade.
Something about that catches my eye. I'll put that in my bag. Is there like on the map? Is there like a quill or anything on this table?
Yeah, there's a couple of there's a couple of quills like in some
Okay.
ink
I
wells.
just want to roughly just kind of circle where the little figurines were, and I want to roll up the map and take it.
Got it. So as you do that, you are circling those. You grab the map, and as you do, you see. Yeah. As a tongue latches out at you, Randir and Rithil, as you guys are looking back, as you're trying to open the chest, you watch as
Oh, son of
a bunch of eyes open up on the exterior of these chests as well, as their mouths, these pseudopod-like tongues, lash out at you. And we're going to go ahead and call it for tonight there, as we will jump into mimic combat next week.
Full of mimics.
I just want to say thank you guys for following us tonight. Thank you for supporting us. Check out Sunday's game with the Iendry crew, and keep a lookout for our next podcast release. I want to give a thank you to my players. We've got Ali, Sabrina, we've got Cody and Benji. Guys, follow us on the podcast. Follow us on our socials. We've got them somewhere. We got the TikTok if you guys want to hit that up. Daddy K is about to hit the recording as well. Guys, check out the ticker tape. Support the channel. Support your friends. And we'll see you guys next time.
Go down.
Join our Discord.
Join the Discord. We
Join
have
the Discord.
conversations.
You've earned that.
You have earned it.
Zoe, join the
come hang out
Discord.
with this crew and join us.
It's
Join
in our
us.
link tree down there.
Down below. Kurt, put your shirt on.
Go to hell.
You better have a shirt on.
Hey.
Not for long. He's
Bye.
coming off
Bye,
now.
guys. Thank you.
Bye.